Valley is on the brink of turmoil, with security forces expecting massive protests today. Curfew has been imposed after violent protests broke out in several parts of the state. The tense Friday comes after a day of clashes between locals and BSF, where 4 people were killed in the firing by the security personnel. Well, the killings triggered protests elsewhere in the state as well, including Srinagar. Curfew has been imposed in Ramban and tight security is in place in neighbouring districts as well. The Amarnath Yatra, which goes via Ramban too, has been halted. Authorities have suspended internet services and have reduced the speed of broadband connections in the valley to prevent people from organizing protests.
रात में होली कुरान के साथ कुछ डिसेक्रेशन वाली बात आई थी. I would like to clarify that BSF is a highly professional force और BSF जो है वो we respect all the religions and all the we respect all the tenets of the religions. So इसलिए BSF is a very professional force and we respect all the religions.
Well, the killings also saw the government talking in different voices, while Omar Abdullah slammed the BSF as Minister of State for Home blamed anti-national elements for triggering these clashes. So while Omar Abdullah questioned the decision to open fire, S.A. Kichlu blamed the tension of inflammatory statements by a local Maulvi. Omar alleged that Jawans manhandled the local Imam, while the Home Minister claimed that BSF had actually intercepted a youth who was roaming under suspicious circumstances.
Life has come to a virtual standstill after yesterday. 4 people were killed in BSF firing in Gul area of Ramban district. This is the kind of view that most of the streets and roads of Kashmir Valley present today. Yesterday till late evening, there were reports of clashes and protests coming from various places of Kashmir Valley. Now today being a Friday, and most of the separatist parties having already given Bandh calls and protest calls to people, administration has imposed a strict curfew all across Kashmir Valley. But this is certainly going to be a daunting task for the civilian administration to maintain peace and calm. Union Home Ministry has already initiated a probe into the Gul incident, and the state government has also asked for a magisterial inquiry. But most of the people in the valley are saying until some swift justice is done to the incident and those people responsible for the killings are brought justice, this clearly is an indication that things would not be normal anytime soon. With cameraman Rauf, Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for Headlines Today.
And well, my colleague Shujaul Haq is now joining us from Srinagar on phone line. Shuja, curfew clapped in Ramban, the Amarnath Yatra has been halted, and of course likelihood of protests flaring up in the state. Just take us through the latest as far as the arrangements by the state administration is concerned to ensure that situation doesn't go out of hand.
Well, that's right, Ruchika. Kashmir Valley continues to be very tense today. You know, today being the Friday, and most of the separatist parties have called for bunds. Some of them have even asked people to come out after Friday prayers and demonstrate in their areas. So administration has taken a stock of the situation and have imposed curfew all across the valley. We were told that during the night there were reports from different parts of Srinagar city and other areas as well that clashes have broken out, protests have broken out. So administration, not taking any chances, has imposed strict possible restrictions on the movement of people, and that's the reason what we are seeing on the ground. Most of the streets and the roads are having a very deserted look all across. But what will remain to be seen is how the situation is handled. It is going to be very tricky for the Omar Abdullah government to ensure that the peace and harmony is maintained here, because we see such kind of situations we have seen. If one incident happens, that spirals into another incident and the cycle of violence continues in the valley.
Shujaul Haq, many thanks for joining us. So after the BSF firing yesterday in which 4 people were killed, Jammu and Kashmir Clearly, tense curfew imposed in the valley and Amarnath Yatra halted.